All right, what's up, guys? It's Matt with Galaxy Games 843. Welcome to a live stream with myself, Howard Hospitality Group, and Xtreme Vending. Welcome, guys.
Hi,
Hey,
how's it
how
going?
are you?
Doing good, doing good. So I'm not sure. I cannot see how many people are watching, how many people have joined, anything like that at the moment. I might even be on the wrong screen. Okay, I do see we got 4 viewers already. So I
Four
cannot see
viewers.
comments though in this current setup. So welcome everyone. Welcome to the live stream. Tonight we're going to be discussing vending, all things vending, discussion, Q&A, all that good stuff. So I will start by saying if you have questions or any discussion topics, throw them in the comments for us, even though I myself can't see them. Let's see if I can find where those are in this new system. Here we go. I think I found them.
Here, I'll do it. I'll
There
do
we
a
go. We
test.
got Welder B1 family joining. Thanks for the
Hey.
icons.
Oh, that's
All right, so let's get the discussion going. Xtreme Vending, tell us about that machine you got behind you there.
Oh, this is one of my mini claw machines, the ones that I usually put in my locations, and I kind of just decorated it with some of the plush I had, so you guys can see. I don't know if the light's too bright, but it's full of plush, and I got little Mario and an octopus plush here too. So just kind of having a little fun while I was waiting for the stream to start. So
There you go. All right, Anthony says hello. Hi, Anthony. How's it going? Xtreme Vending says hi.
yeah, that was a little.
And let's see. Ishi Foster, hello. How's everyone doing out there?
good evening.
If you all could do us a favor and make sure you give this video a thumbs up, a like, that helps us out a lot. And of course, make sure you subscribe to myself, Xtreme Vending, and Howard Hospitality Group. We'll put a little reminder up on the screen too.
Oh,
from
quick
time to time as
play!
well.
Hey, thank you so much.
Quick plays here.
Oh my god, they're here! Oh my
There we
goodness.
go.
That is
Nice.
awesome. Thank you guys. Wow.
Smash that like button, Quick Play says. We love it.
Nice.
Oh,
Welcome.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
There we go. So obviously, Quick Play, you know what you're doing. You don't have any questions for us, I'm sure. But while you're here, if you want to jump in with any comments or share any best practices, anything like that, I'm sure everybody watching would really appreciate it because obviously you all are doing very well over there. So big congrats too on your recent success with your views, your subs, everything like that. Great job, guys.
Yeah.
Love that arcade as well.
We watch
Oh
all
yeah.
your videos.
We all love the arcade videos. Keep them coming, man. Those
Yeah.
are my favorite.
I can't wait to see the new space too. I did see. I'm getting a comment. I look blurry. Sorry, guys. I don't have the greatest camera yet, so I'll get there one of these days, though. But I will say, Quick Play. I'm looking forward to seeing some of those classic machines in your new space once you get that up and running. That's going to be awesome.
Anyways, that's so cool. Appreciate everything, guys. Thanks for the support.
Matt, you look
Yeah,
blurry.
so-
Oh, your camera is blurry. Oh.
Yeah. Well, I'm not rich yet, so maybe one of these days I'll get a better camera for stuff like that.
So, Quick Play asks, how much does a mini claw crane run you? And how many do you have on your route, my guys? Do you mind if I start this?
Yeah.
What?
Well, you're the mini claw guy for sure. So,
Okay.
so you're the
Yeah,
one that's
just
always
go ahead
featuring the
and
mini
say
claws
that.
on your
Oh.
channel.
Matt,
So yeah, you go and take that one.
You can go in the comments and pop them up on the screen.
Okay.
If you go to the feed.
Well, a mini. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, David.
Oh no, I was just going to answer the question because I'm real excited that Quick Play asked this question. So the mini claw machines, depending on how large you order the bulk, you can get these things as cheap as probably $600 a piece. These are the cheaper models, but you can actually get some better models, and it'll run you up to about $800 a piece. But you can always order from them in the States too. So if you don't want to order from over the seas, you can order them from azamusement.com or candymachines.com. Their machines are also very top of the line, and they'll run you roughly around $1,000 plus shipping. And then if you want to add NIAX readers and bill acceptors, a little bit more on that. So those are actually some high, like if you have that arcade there going on, I recommend maybe go with possibly candymachines.com or AZ Amusements, just because you guys are going to get some really good quality machines with them. And I have about 60 locations right now, with several locations with multiple machines. I'm going to estimate, I don't know how many machines I have, but I got about 80 machines on locations between my 60 locations.
Dang.
That's outstanding.
That's
Very cool.
insane.
Very much insane. Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
And
Your
Howard
mouth won't
Hospitality.
close.
I know you guys are running some
Your
new
mouth is
minis,
stuck
right?
open. She can't believe it. That's awesome.
So Howard Hospitality, how many minis do you guys have? I know you guys have a few, don't you?
Yeah, so we have I think 9,
I'm trying to count.
9 or 10 currently, and we
Mhm.
have 3 of the minis from cannymachines.com. Yeah, so there's 9. We got 3 from cannymachines.com and then 6 from AZ Amusements. So we bought 6
Nice.
golden houses. Once we realized how much we loved it, we've just been buying them bigger because it saves you on freight. So we've been buying them
Mhm.
bigger groups. So I guess AZ Amusements just posted in the Discord. He's got some new machine come out. Have you seen it? Where it's got the prize boxes in the bottom of it.
Yes, yes.
That looks really cool. So we were both looking at
Mhm.
that, and we think that we'll probably order maybe 6 of those and see how they do next.
Very cool.
But, we've almost got we thought we had them all placed, and we're waiting for. We still need to place 3 more right now. And so what we did actually, let's see if I can find it. I'll find the flyer for you. But we decided, since we had to take the candy machine ones out of their spots to put Nyax on them, we
Mhm.
decided to actually rent them out for birthday parties. So we made a
Nice.
flyer.
I know where the flyer is.
Oh, you know where it is?
Mhm.
You want to grab it? Yeah, grab it. So we made a flyer, and we actually posted it in the back of our claw machines. So we taped it where the mirror is, and with our phone number saying if you want to have a birthday party at the claw machine. And so we're going to be renting them, and while they're sitting in our garage till we can get them on location. So those 3 are in our garage right now. So we have to get those placed, but we figure we might as well make a little bit of money on them, So we're renting them for $150 if they want to put their own prizes in it, or we're doing $200 if they want us to supply the prizes, and it's for 1 day. And so we have 1
Yeah,
wedding booked already.
that's
So
an awesome way to make some extra money too from some of
Yeah.
your machines that maybe you haven't found locations for yet. So that's an awesome idea.
Yeah, so
we
we
do have one
already
question
made.
I want to run back to.
Go ahead.
Let me find it here because I'm loving the comments coming in. But this question I thought was very important. Right here, let me share it real quick. So the question is asked is what new product is working for your location? So let's talk about things we're putting in our machines that's doing well, or you think it's
Oh.
driving plays. What do you guys think? What's working well for you?
My
Because you know I'm
watch.
mainly a vending guy, right?
Oh yeah, cool. Let's see if we can get it up on there.
These little LED watches, like look, there's a little Daisy, there's Mickey, some bear dude from Japan, and Hello Kitty. I know that one. These things are like super cheap after shipping costs. It's like 45 cents a piece. I charge $1 a play, and I kid you not, I go into my locations where I just have this item dedicated in my machines, and I'll have like $300 in there in like a few days, like a week's time.
I'm loving all these comments. I'm just, everyone's saying Pokemon, Pokeballs, which obviously
Yeah,
in
those
my
Pokeballs.
amusement stuff, that's working really well for me, obviously too. I've
Those
been sending some over to
Pokeballs,
QuickPlay
man.
too. Thanks QuickPlay for the shout outs in your videos. Obviously that's really helped my channel as well, and it's gonna have a trickle down effect on some of these other channels as well. So we really do appreciate the promotions and the help, guys, and we're
Yeah.
glad we can share some of those with you too. Yeah, so Pokemon, obviously, it's a hot thing right now. You know, the holiday season's coming up, and people are going to be trying for those Pokemon prizes in the machines. I have really good luck with the Elite Trainer boxes in my machines. Some of them that are more difficult to find, I order on eBay and then put them in my machines, and I probably pay a little bit more than the
Yeah.
retail value for some of those things, but it worked out in the long run, obviously. So yeah, it's working out well.
We're gonna order some Pokeballs next, that's for sure. And then we really want to get some more
Pokeballs
watches.
and yeah, the actual Pokemon trading cards in that sticker machine, that tattoo machine, works really well too.
Yep, we just got a new stack today. We actually ordered these on Amazon of all places. It was like $6 for 50
Oh wow!
on Amazon, and they're like legit. I took them to the store to make sure they're legit because
Yeah, because that's like really cheap. So
we
is this like a
them
random?
yeah,
Is it
we
just like
bought
a
them
random
somewhere else,
pack?
and they weren't legit. So
Look at this.
we
Look at this. PA Pokemon Pulls says he spends $50 a day in cards. That is some
Oh.
dedication right there.
Yeah.
So
see,
I got to ask, what are you doing with all your commons and your bulk stuff? Let's make a deal because
Yeah,
I'm sure you're
seriously,
not
'cause
collecting
we
all
need them for
all those doubles and stuff.
We need them for our sticker
Right.
machine. For sure. Good call. Yeah, let's work a good deal with that guy. Because, I mean,
For sure.
they had a pack of 100, and I think it was, I don't remember how much it was. It's on Amazon. But I just thought I'd
I
try
know
to see.
I've been finding bulk like collections and people like getting out of collecting things like that, or just getting rid of all their extra commons and stuff like that. Bulk deals on like Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, things like that, and that's where I get my inventory.
Okay.
And I try to keep the price as low as possible. I try to go for just like a couple cents per card.
Yeah.
When I'm buying like thousands of cards at a time, it works out, and they just because they're just unloading all their extra bulk cards and like getting some money in their pocket. So I'm sure PA Pokemon Pools, you and I, or all of us, we can work out a deal.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I know that we put them in our sticker machine just to see how they would do. And the week that we did, we've only checked it once, but the week that we did, it did
It
double
was double, yeah.
double what our
Hmm.
stickers did. So I
Yeah,
mean, for us,
Do
it's
you
a
pay a
no.
percent on your sales on your Pokemon cards at all, Galaxy?
I do. I do 20% to that location for everything.
Do you subtract the
So
the cost of Pokemon cards and then you do the 20%, or is it just like an
nope,
easy 20% of
no,
just?
easy 20% of this. They get 20% of the take.
Okay, that's good to know. I know what
Yep.
Howard pays. He's
And I'll
got the
tell you
Hey,
best
what,
deal
Millie.
ever. Well, it's for
I wouldn't
Amelia,
change
yeah.
it because that location is awesome. I love that location. I've become quite friends with everybody there. They're
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
amazing. It's my
I
favorite
love
location.
when you do that collection too. That's one of my favorite collection videos
Yeah,
ever.
that's a
When you
good
do
one.
those. I
Yeah,
know. I
we
love
always
seeing
have
your
usually
Pokemon
good
cards.
results. Good
Oh, I
results from that
know.
for sure.
It makes me want to get into sticker bulk. Well, not sticker vending, but getting a sticker machine and doing Pokemon cards. But
I have to
uh,
tell you, the best thing that we ever did was put one next to our claw machine. Like it is
Hmm.
the combo, the killer combo. Like it is.
yeah,
It's not candy because most of the places that we have them, is candy and we don't want to sell candy because we don't want to compete. But we do the
Yeah,
sticker and toys and kill it. I mean, it just does very well for us. So it's a
for
great one.
sure.
What could play say?
Quick Play says
make
mystery
it
boxes also do very well with a sign in the machine displaying possible prizes.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
going to say
idea.
that obviously depends on location too. I do the mystery cups at my flea market arcade, and that location is it's very low quality. But I
Uh,
know they have I think they're mystery cups or Starbucks cups or something like that in their arcade, and that does really well for them. I've also seen people do the little like Chinese takeout boxes with
that's the
different
ones that
prizes
are
in
popular
those.
around here. Yeah, we've seen those. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know you can source those all that kind of stuff on Amazon for anyone out there that's looking to source those kind of prizes, things for their machine. Let us know how they do for you too in the comments if you do run something like that.
Yeah.
I was going to
Cool.
look up a picture here. I got the mystery prize in my. So the new Mega Minis can hold. It's kind of like the AZ Amusements where you have a prize, but their
Hmm.
prize locker has a huge one, and I wanted to show you. I got like a
Giant.
Nintendo. Yeah, I got a Nintendo Switch in mine, but I can't, I don't know if I
There
can
you
pull
go.
up the picture of it. But that one got me going on a lot of sales right there. The kids are going crazy for it.
Also, I think it showed up in the Discord too, or somewhere like that. There were these little prize envelope things. They were little cardboard envelopes that folded up into like a little gift card pouch or something like that. I bought some off of Amazon, thinking they were bigger than they actually were. I did test them in my mini machine, and they would work out really well. And they're really cheap. I think they're like $8 for a pack of 100. So if you're looking to do mystery stuff in your mini machines, try those out.
Ooh. Can you
Yeah.
put a link on the Discord? Because I want to see those for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
would
sure
love
I
to see
can.
those too.
Remind me after
Yeah.
the stream. I'll find it and send the link out. I'm not going to do
Yeah.
it during the stream because I'll mess
Yeah.
everything up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, kids love the mystery stuff. Like I know we at our local bowling alley. They have like 3 different machines, and they're all mystery stuff except for one's balls. Those
Mhm.
big inflatable balls. But the rest of
Yeah.
them are all mystery cups. There's Starbucks cups in one. There's the Chinese takeout box is another, and then there's like one that's like solo
Mhm.
cups or something like that. And
Yeah.
those go fast. So I can't imagine. What are you drinking?
Sorry.
Oh,
We actually got 24 viewers, guys. That's pretty good.
dude, that is
That
really
is
So all
good.
those
good.
24 viewers out there, make sure you give us a thumbs up to like the video. We would really appreciate it.
Yeah, and ask us questions. We like questions.
Yeah.
Quick
Very
Play says,
cool.
I would
So let's
definitely
see.
recommend
Uh,
insurance for any candy machines anywhere.
Yeah, insurance is the way to go because if somebody gets hurt from one of your machines, then you're legally liable, and so insurance will protect you from getting sued or defend you if you get sued, so to speak. Quick Play also says prize lockers are a huge win. Yeah, the prize lockers, especially on that new, is it a Mega Mini? Is that what it's called?
The
Yeah,
one
the
with
Mega
That's
Mini.
gonna
yeah.
be a game changer. Yeah.
And those who have the new candy machines or the candymachines.com machines, they can actually buy an extension for their machine and get a prize locker on top now.
Yeah.
I talked
Instant
to Kevin.
upgrade.
Kevin's got that. Yeah, they can upgrade their machines. He has an attachment for that. So if you have a
He also has
candymachines.com,
a new what do you call it? The electronics part in the inside with new music and stuff too that you can upgrade. That's coming.
motherboard.
Yeah, new motherboard. Thank you. I don't know, my brain's not working tonight. But yeah, like a new motherboard that you can put in there too. So we were gonna ask him for a sample and put one in and see what it did. But he's got new ones of those too. So I don't know if it offers more music or he didn't tell me what all it did yet. But
Cool.
let's see. Anyway,
Here's a new
go ahead.
question from PA Pokemon Polls. It's about Squishmallows, and I know Squishmallows are pretty hot right now. So he's asking, is there any way to get Squishmallows into machines? Those things sell like crazy. So obviously, I think regular size Squishmallows aren't going to go well in mini machines. They might go pretty good in regular size claw machines. I know one place that's a good place to source for Squishmallows when it comes to prizes is going to be Five Below. So any of you that have a Five Below out there, it's a great place to actually source for all kinds of prizes that aren't super expensive but look kind of more expensive, so to speak. But I know Five Below has Squishmallows for I think it's $5.95, and they're the 6-inch ones, so they would go well for probably regular sized claw machines. I know a lot of kids like the Squishmallows. Amelia, if you want to share, do you like the Squishmallows?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. My daughter likes the
I
Squishmallows too. We have a
How
ton of
many do
them.
you have? She has a bunch. Yeah.
We probably have
Four. She's
at
got
least
4 of them.
3 dozen or so. At least 30. I'm saying probably. So yeah,
She
Squishmallows
wants
are definitely
30.
a hot product. Yeah.
They
Yeah,
don't
check
make
out
little
Five Below.
ones,
That's a great place for them.
Yeah, they do.
Oh,
I
they
have
do?
a mini one.
Oh, go get it. Yeah. She says she's got a mini
Oh, this is
one.
a good question, Galaxy. Did you see this one by William? He's asking you, what software do you
Just came
use
in.
to keep track of your inventory system?
Awesome. All right, William, let's take a look. So your question is, you started your vending business in Chicago. Congratulations for that, by the way. Well, what's a good
yeah.
software to manage inventory? There's only one, in my opinion, to manage inventory. It's Vensoft. So Vensoft is great for managing inventory from both a full line standpoint, a bulk standpoint, and an amusement standpoint too. It's a little bit different for amusement. It's actually more geared towards full line vending, but it can be used for all that stuff. And what's really cool about it is not only does it manage your inventory, but it tracks your sales, it tracks all your commissions if you do that, and then it gives great reporting as well for tax purposes as well. So I've been using it this year, and it's been a life changer for me. It shows me, all of my, where I'm losing money, where I'm making money. If I need to make changes, it's really cool like that. So anyone out there too, if you use anything else, or I know, prior to that, I was using Excel, and I had my formulas all messed up, so it was just all over the place. So this is definitely much better for me. But share what you guys use for managing inventory as well.
So we
Um,
have. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm kind of a messy person. I just kind of put them in boxes and put them in the back corner and kind of mix them all up. And then I just go, when my inventory gets low, I just buy them and mix them up again and do it again. But one other thing that I do is I track my miles too. I know this is kind of not really about the inventory, but I think it's kind of important. Those who do our vending, you drive a lot, so keep a track of your miles, and you can download an app that will record your miles, because you get 58 cents off per mile on your taxes. So, and then what about you, Howard?
Vensoft will track your miles for you too, by the way.
Oh, really? Well, that's freaking awesome.
You have to enter it, but yes, it does have a section
But still,
to track
that's
miles.
nice to have that.
Maybe one of these days I'll do a Vensoft tutorial video. There was a comment here that says they love my troubleshooting videos, and I don't know though. My troubleshooting videos never get the traction that the collection videos get. I mean, the only difference is the troubleshooting videos they last longer. They're evergreen, so to speak. You know what I mean? From a YouTube standpoint, people will watch them a year from now, 2 years from now. Where vending collection, not so much.
Yeah. We only use
All
we only use software because we do the full line vending like you do. So we have some snack and drink machines too.
Yeah.
But our units are the Pico Mini units. They're Cantaloupe units. So and it comes with it's called VendNet software that we use, but it doesn't do any of the bookkeeping stuff like you'd have. It doesn't do any of that. It just does like it'll give you pars for stuff and everything, so you can pre-box all of your stuff before you take off and pre-kit everything, and so we use it for that. But we don't use anything like as advanced as what you use, which is awesome. But we don't have anything like that. But we don't have as many machines as you do either, so that's probably part of it also.
Yeah. We got Quick Play answering questions for us too. Let's share this question here. So Glows asks about insurance and if we think insurance is needed, especially for just 3-head candy machines, and talking about licenses and stuff. So let's share Quick Play's answer for answering the question for us. So thanks Quick Play for answering. They say go at whatever speed you're comfortable with. Make sure your insurance is affordable though, because it does not cost a lot to insure a small vending business. I know for me, for my example, I've got $1 million policy for my insurance coverage, and it only cost $400 for the entire year. So that's that's pretty cheap.
And I think it's very important to have insurance, just in general, because you never know, someone can climb on the machine, and
right.
I've had it happen where a kid climbed on a machine, and I don't know why the parents didn't stop him or anything, but it doesn't take much if you don't have them secured properly, and so you never know, someone could get hurt real bad. So
well, they're real,
sure.
they're real, yeah. They tip over super easy. Like they don't.
The minis certainly do, yeah.
Yeah.
I usually put a weight inside in the base. I take off. I don't like these ones still have feet on here. I take off the feet, make it solid to the ground, and then there's actually a place to bolt it down. If you get permission, you can redhead them down to the ground and stuff. But if not, just put a weight in there. I put a 35-pound weight to help make it bottom, not so top heavy.
So what kind of weights are you using? Like cinder blocks or something like that?
Dumbbells. I just curl. Yeah. I just buy a dumbbell in Walmart. Sometimes they have sales, and I'm like, oh, I'll buy 3 or 4 of them, and then I'll just throw them in there. And I have this one location. It's just they're so mean to the mini, and I have to put 2 dumbbells in there so that they can just not move it around so much. And so it happens. Part of the business.
For sure.
That cost me like $70 in dumbbells, but it's worth doing that to protect people.
Totally worth it. Totally worth it. All right. More questions. Let's see what we got here. Another one from PA Pokemon Pulls. He says, I know a lot of vending machines are geared towards kids. Even his channel is. But how about machines geared towards adults, sports cards, Magic the Gathering, etc.? I'll share my story when it comes to that. I've tried all kinds of different kinds of cards in those machines. I do Magic the Gathering in one sleeve or one slot in my game store location, and it just doesn't sell like the Pokemon does. I don't know what it is. There was for a while one guy that would come in and buy all my Magic cards, but since then it's really slowed down. Do any of you out there, Xtreme, Howard, anybody out there, even in the comments, have success doing anything other that's like geared towards adults like that?
My wife and I had talked about possibly doing minis and bars around here. So putting in like an adult, like something like that where you could put like funny gag gifts in it and whatever, and people that are drunk can play the game and win stupid prizes and stuff.
Yeah,
because they're actually on the East Coast somewhere. I can't remember the name of it, but they do vending machines that do that. They'll do like edible underwear and stupid stuff like that.
Edible underwear. Very
Let's not go off the rails here.
Anyways, but I mean, it's stupid stuff that you'd find at the bar, and so we talked about doing maybe mini claws, because they also do mini claws that take the little mini bottles of alcohol and like things like that. So I don't know. We thought about it, but I don't know.
I have one question.
Okay.
I would imagine there'd be some legal issues that could come up with something like that. So you got to be careful.
So it would probably be us that did it for you. But yeah, it was just an idea, because I guess they're something we thought about, but not any other kind of cards, any other gaming cards or anything, just Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was off topic.
All right, so here's another question that just came up. Let me find out where to go, because things are moving around so much here. It's about meetups, and Jerome asks about meetups. He's asking Quick Play directly, but we'll share it for everyone. So he's asking if there's any meetups for the group. And when he says meetups for the group, I'm sure he means like all the Facebook groups, the YouTube channels, Discord, all that stuff. I'm just going to lump it all together and say vending in general. And QuickPlay did have a great answer, and this is something we actually talked about this week. And I'm not sure if anybody here has ever participated in this,
We
but
went last
I'll
year.
share QuickPlay's answer here. The
Yeah.
NBVA.
Yeah.
You did go last year.
Good. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Tell us about it.
We actually were supposed to meet up with QuickPlay, but we didn't get a chance to get over there. We were all going to go to this gaming place there together, but we didn't make it. But it is the National Bulk Vending Conference, and we're going to take Amelia this year because they all wanted to meet her and see who she was and whatever, because everything we bought was for her. And it's great. I mean, because then it also has the amusement expo that it's tied into, so all the video games and everything are all together in one big giant expo, and
So you're going.
there. Oh
So
yeah,
you're going this year.
She's going this year. She's afraid to get on the plane, but she's
Now I have to go. Now I have to go.
Yeah, you have to go because it was great, and I mean we learned a lot because we didn't know what we were doing, and we only had I think we had 4 candy machines or something at that time. We hadn't even gotten a claw machine or anything yet, and we had a couple vending machines, and that was it. And we went and we learned a lot, and we met the owners of like candymachines.com, and we met all these people that helped us get machines, and I don't know, it was great. I mean, they had full VR setups, and I mean, it was cool. I mean, if you're into it, it's
Sounds like fun.
Well, we know QuickPlay's in. QuickPlay already committed to it. So Howard Hospitality Group's in. I guess I gotta go now too. What about you, David? Xtreme, you going? What's going on? Going to Vegas?
Not. I'm not a Vegas person. I hate traveling. Like I love doing my route, but I have an electric car for a reason. I don't want to travel very far. You know, I'm limited to 300 miles. I mean, I guess they got superchargers and stuff, but going to California is about as far as I ever go, which is actually closer than.
Why don't you fly? Just fly. I hate like $99.
Flying too. Like flying scares the crap out of me. You fly. They had 2 planes crash this last week into each other. I don't even know how.
Yeah, but that
was at an air show. That's different. Come on.
Yeah, but that's awful. I don't want to be the one to be like Mr. Beast. I watched the Mr. Beast video, and they were flying. They gave away a plane. I thought to myself, you can have the plane. I don't want the plane.
Well, flying is the only way to travel. I'm just gonna say.
Yeah, we stay at the Westgate also. That's where we stayed. We stayed there, like QuickPlay saying on the chat. Like we stayed at the Westgate. It was awesome. They have like everything is right there, and I mean we learned a lot, and everything was cool. It was really cool. I mean, they had conferences about everything, how to get started. You know. What was that?
QuickPlay says anyone who goes got clout.
See,
they say
you're nobody
now. I'll think about it. I'll ask my wife if she wants to go to Vegas and stuff. I know my wife's been to Vegas more than I ever have, and she doesn't even
You'll have to give up your Discord.
Too funny.
You gotta go, man. You gotta go. It's just one few days. That's it.
I know. I'll talk to my wife about it and stuff. I gotta get more information and stuff. So I don't know.
You see that too? You see QuickPlay's latest biggest vending collab of the decade. We all get together. We do a big, huge collab. All our channels really blow up. End of story, right?
End of story. Oh my gosh, that would be the greatest moment of my life.
If that doesn't get you to Vegas, Xtreme, I don't know what will. Because I bet Jaime will be there too. Maybe Aaron, all those guys.
They should be. Do you send QuickPlay an invite so they could join us if they wanted to?
I did send them an invite.
You did send an invite? Okay, I was gonna say because they're really good at these questions and stuff too.
I know they are. They're the masters. I mean,
well, that's true.
QuickPlay. I don't know if you've ever seen my comments before in the past, but I've been following you guys. You're the reason why I got into claw machines is because I watched a video. I think I was like when you were only like 5,000 subscribers. So you're like you're telling us what's the best. Was it coin pushers? Was it claw machines, snack and soda machines, bulk candy machines? And you talked about claw machines. And then I watched claw kickers, and I was like, man, these guys started in Arizona. Anyways, you guys were like the #1 inspiration for me to get my business going. So now I got 60 plus locations in 3 years, So it's like, wow, I want to thank you for that. So
Amelia watched a lot of your videos too. That was where she got a lot of the ideas that she got was from watching your guys' videos. So She always wondered why the guy talking was never on the video. It was only the guy collecting the money. She's like, how come that guy's not on the video? And I said,
I just thought it was funny that so we heard Cody's voice for years, right? We
Yeah.
had Cody doing the voiceover. Eli was servicing the machines. Then all of a
Right.
sudden, Eli's talking on the video, and everybody's losing their minds, right?
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, because you never heard him talk before. Maybe his voice broke or something, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. But it was just
Right.
like it was all of a sudden. It was funny because Cody was always talking, and then the video they did, because I just watched one not too long ago, and it was that he made Cody do all the lifting while he did all the talking, and he made him load the
Yes.
car. And I'm like, what happened? Did they change roles or something? Because it seemed like Cody was always in charge. Anyways, that was just funny.
And it's
But
very
she bought-
inspirational when you see someone
Yeah.
so young start out and become more successful than most people are, and they've been working all their lives, and that's like very inspirational. That's what got me going.
It's like this one right here. I mean, she does all of her own accounts. She lands all her own accounts. She talks
That's
to the
awesome.
owners. She's got a Pepsi account, a Frito-Lay account. She's got all the businesses she's gotten herself. She pays
Wow.
no commissions to anybody. All her,
I mean,
all her
honestly,
stuff-
yeah. Your
Yeah,
setup
I
over
mean-
there is absolute genius, right?
yeah.
It's like the rest of us are going to have to get our kids involved because that's how you get location.
Well, she's the
I
one-
know. I don't even have a kid. I got a
she's
dog.
the- Yeah. Well, she came to us.
Bring your dog.
So
Bring my
Yeah, there you go.
dog. I'll just borrow a kid off the street.
There you go. Bring your nieces. I know you got nieces.
Yeah, the nieces are cute. I know, because that's amazing. Like, if I had the extra 30% of revenue coming in after payouts, I'd probably be making like 18. I could. Oh, that'd be so amazing. 18 a month.
Quick Play says you're an OG. Extreme.
Oh,
Yeah, you're a pimp. It's true.
That's
I
right.
mean, when it comes to candy machines, I mean, who has 60 locations? I mean, claw machines. I mean, that's
Well,
that's,
I think there's probably so many people out there running mini claw machines right now strictly because of Xtreme's videos.
Yep.
They're certainly not doing it because of my videos.
well,
Nope.
what can I say? They you know what's crazy? When my very first mini claw machine cost me like $1,400. Now you can get these exact same models, better than the ones I had, for nearly about $650 a piece, which is amazing. So it's like so much cheaper to get involved, and your return on investment's like 2 months once you get the machines
yeah,
placed.
quick. Yeah.
It's quick play. Just kidding. That's stupid, corny.
Awesome.
Anyways.
Awesome. So I do have to throw this comment up here because PA Pokemon Pulls asked it a few minutes ago, and I think it's pretty funny. So if you don't know, I also actually collect Mountain Dew, and I've got like all the old flavors, as part of my collection and stuff like that. So because of that, I'm always searching for the new flavors when they come out. And I was lucky enough to get my hands on some of that exclusive Mountain Dew deep dive that came out over the summer.
Oh,
as
yeah, I
part
saw
of
your
the,
video on that, yeah.
contest. Yeah, so I did a review on that, and I'm trying to give some away, but I'm just not getting the views and the likes on that video. So if you are interested in winning some deep dive exclusive Mountain Dew, go find that video on my channel. Go give it a thumbs up, because once we get to those likes, we can start giving some away. Because honestly, if you don't, I'm going to start drinking this stuff because it's so good. So FYI, go find that video, give it a like. I want to give some of those things away, get them off of my shelf where I'm not tempted to drink them anymore.
Drink
And
there's
then, what's more funny is, so he asks, what makes me so special to get all the cool new Dews? Is it my edible underwear? You had to go there, didn't
Yeah, there you go. Nice.
you? Too funny.
you
too
guys-
funny.
Keep this kid.
Never mind. I don't want to bring it up. Never mind.
I was just teasing because I put the logo up. You can try the sip if you want, but there's just nothing in it. It's pretty good. This is my favorite. They only have it at Taco Bell, but we found it in cans.
Is that the Baja Blast?
Yeah.
Also
they had-
my favorite. Also
Yeah.
my favorite.
That's the only Mountain Dew I'll
I've
drink
got a
is Baja
couple.
Blast.
I've got a couple 20-ounce left. So
Yeah, you can't.
is also
My
my
wife
favorite.
found it, and she bought like I don't know, 2 or 3 36 packs of it or something because she found it.
Oh,
So
yeah.
we've had.
oh yeah, you can get into Sam's Club for a small window in the summer, and I
Yep,
usually stock
that's
up.
when
But
we
I'm
got
already
it.
out. I'm already out.
Okay, Galaxy, go ahead, answer that one.
New question come up. It says, what are your rules of thumb when buying a vending route? Good or bad, or what to look out for? So I've actually never bought a vending route. I've been trying to buy a vending route, but everybody that I am working with is not, let's say, the most honest sellers. Okay. So My most recent attempt to buy a vending route, there were pictures of machines, all had credit card readers on them. I asked for copies of the financial records because what they were telling me seemed very unrealistic. And of course, they wouldn't share any numbers with me to prove what they were saying. So that right there is a big red flag to walk away from something like that. I
Any
think it was like a
business.
$9,000 route they were trying to sell, and it only had a couple machines.
Because you
Which,
share.
$9,000 for a couple
It's
machines
not.
is not bad if they are making that kind of money. But when they won't back it up and they've got credit card readers on them, that's a red flag. Walk away.
Yeah, that's the scary thing about. There's so many people that try to take advantage of others. I remember trying to get involved in the snack and soda machines, and it was just really rough trying to buy some from just getting the machines from people. People were always upselling the machine, and you get over there, and it's just not what you were looking for. You know, it was in really poor shape, whatnot. So I understand, but trying to buy a route's also be kind of scary too.
For sure. For sure. All right, another question coming in, and this one actually kind of relates to me as well. So it's asking about restrictions on claw machines and revenue stickers and coin pushers being legal or not legal. So all of these questions affect me here in South Carolina. So yes, for our amusement machines, not vending machines, but amusement machines like claw machines, arcade games, things like that, we are required to purchase a license for each machine, a revenue sticker. And it's really expensive. It's like $250 for the year. So that's why in my state, you won't see any classics out on location or anything like that, because at 25 cents per play, you need to get 1,000 plays just to make your money back and break even. And
Wow.
honestly, classic games just, they don't get that kind of money anymore. So that's why you won't see those in South Carolina. But the way around that a lot of people do is they'll open an arcade or a place like that with everything on free play and charge an admission, because then it's not coin operated devices in that case. So
Oh,
that is
that's
one way
smart.
around that. Yeah.
That's smart.
As-
So if they want to do an arcade, a classic arcade, I gotcha. That's awesome.
Yeah. The only way to do it is to do it hourly by admission in South Carolina.
Nice.
Now, other states, of course, it's going to be different. And for coin pushers too, yeah, they're illegal here in South Carolina. They're considered gambling devices. I think places like Dave and Buster's, they get away with the Wizard of Oz coin pushers because you're not actually getting money out of them. You're just getting tickets or whatever. So I think that's kind of some way to skirt the law. And if you go through some of my short videos, I have found some coin pushers in South Carolina that I've titled them
Yeah,
as
I saw those
illegal
videos.
coin pushers for the video. I'm sure that the law enforcement authorities have bigger fish to fry in those cases, but it's just not a risk I'm willing to take right now. So,
Yeah.
FYI.
Yeah, that's kind of how it is in Arizona with the coin pushers too. You have to be if you get a coin pusher out there, it's going to be taken away. And Arizona's really strict about coin pushers. I don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
It's they think.
But
they
people take the
consider
risk.
Yep.
It's like gambling.
I was speaking of risks. I was just telling this. I don't know. I have a subscriber that told me he got himself a couple of locations at a Dollar Tree with his mini claw machines. And you know how he did it?
Okay.
He just went in there when they were opening up, and he just set it in there. Didn't get permission or anything. Just set it in there when they first opened up.
The old blind drop.
Yeah.
So that's
And
actually a
he's like,
thing. That's actually a thing. And
Is it?
it's kind of funny. It actually relates back, and I've actually heard some stories because of the town I'm from was mafia influenced, and a lot of those types of outfits would use vending as business fronts and things like that. And what they would do is they would just go to a business and literally place their machine into business, not talk to anybody, not get any permission. Sometimes the machine would be gone when they'd come back or things like that. But it's called a blind drop, where you just you walk into Walmart, you set your candy machine in there. Now I know Quick Play's got a machine in Walmart. I'm not saying
Yes.
they did this, but
No,
some
no,
people
they
I'm sure
actually
could
had a
do
deal on
that,
that.
right?
Yeah.
Some people could actually drop it, and
Yeah, they
then
got one at
Walmart
Walmart.
is such a big company, they'll probably
Yeah.
think, oh, somebody else gave them permission or whatever. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that is a thing, though. Blind dropping is a thing.
That's crazy. Yeah, because he told me he got like 3 Dollar Trees, and he would go in there and he talked to the managers because there were new locations, new stores, and he became friends with the managers, and they never expected a thing. He didn't pay anything to Dollar Tree or anything. One location he did end up getting losing because corporate came in after a while, and,
Yeah.
and they were like, "What's this?" And they made him go pick it up and get it out. But he still has
That's
2
funny.
Dollar Trees left. Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny? All my Dollar Trees here, they all have bulk vending machines in them, like
Yes.
gumball machines and like 25, 50-cent machines in there. So they all have those here in my town.
Yeah.
So I could see how you
Yeah.
could pull that off.
Right, and that's what I thought to myself. I'm kind of tempted to do that, but I don't want to get in trouble either. But I'd be paying 0% like he would, you know.
You can blind drop.
You're gonna go. We don't recommend doing that. Don't go to Walmart.
JP Maximus is gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
If you do, let us know. I would love to know how that goes. I mean, if you
Right
pull
on.
it off, that'd be awesome. But
Although, wouldn't that make for a great video if you have an old machine you didn't care about and go drop it off at Walmart
Yeah.
and just see what happens, right? That would make a great
Right.
video.
that would I would not be able to rest though, because maybe if I wasn't like so attached to these machines, maybe with an older machine.
Like an older, like $50 machine, like it's $50. Who cares? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That would be fun.
it'd be funny.
Yeah, quick play said just drop it and put an air tag on it. That's awesome.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, Quick Play knows what's up.
Yeah, smart.
But what if they destroy it? What if they put it in a dumpster and it gets smushed?
That's the risk. I guess
It is a
that's
risk.
why
Yeah,
I wouldn't
that's
do it
the
with
risk you got to take. Yeah.
Don't do that with CandyMachine.com machine. You don't want to lose that one.
No, those are expensive.
Don't have an IX reader either. Just do it with the
Yeah,
better
no
one.
kidding.
Like I recommend a Chinese machine. Well, technically they're all from China, but a cheap one. So,
For sure. Hey, Sheldon Ying, welcome to the live stream. Crypto Claw, Skittles 14, welcome everyone.
Yeah, welcome Sheldon, Skittles. What did Jerome say? I can barely read it over there.
Let's bring it up here. So the question is, do you have a preference on sticking to a niche like amusement or diversity when it comes to first starting? I would say do whatever you can. Do whatever you can find. Do whatever you can get out there just to get started and start making some money. Obviously, in the long run, amusement machines are going to be probably more cost effective. They might be a little bit more of an investment up front, but you don't have to worry about inventory expirations or things like that. And I know in the long run too, you're not, every time somebody puts money into your machine, they're not always taking something away like a regular vending machine would be. So you're not having to service or stock those machines as often as well. So that's probably a big
I would
factor
say
for
I'd
part of
say
that.
candy machines and mini claw machines because they're smaller and like they don't take up a lot of space and they're easier to place. And that'd be a good way to start, probably.
The only thing
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's a
Quick
great
Play said
point.
the same thing. Yeah, Quick Play said the same thing. Get something that's small, yeah, because it's way easier. I mean, and candy machines, you don't have to check them as much. You're only checking them every 2 weeks to 4 weeks, depending on how often or how busy it is. And there's not a lot of upkeep, and they're just great. I mean, and they don't bring in as much money, for sure, but they also don't cost you. I mean, that's what I was telling Amelia because we went and collected from that grocery store. We did that video where we got like $200 something in like 5 days from that grocery store and that claw machine. And we were driving away, and I said, "How much work did you do this week for that money?" You know what I mean? Like, how much did you work?
5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes. I mean, I said we drove there, we opened it up,
Yep.
we stuck some toys in it, we opened a drawer, and we walked away. And that was the work that we did for that $200. And so yeah, it takes time to get the machine and get there and all that. But like once it's there, there's really no more work. It's not like full line vending with snack machines and drink machines where you're working your butt off all the time to, make a little bit of money. These things, I mean, they're awesome. I mean, and then once you have the accounts, they're kind of just always your accounts. I mean, have you lost any accounts very often, Xtreme?
One time I lost an account, but that was because I don't know. It's a long story. Anyways, it didn't work.
Probably don't want to go into a long story.
Yeah, no, I don't want to go into that one. I'll have to make a video of it some other time. So
I've personally lost 2 locations since I started, and I've also got long stories behind them, which
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't
I
lose
won't
a
go into on the stream.
I had one other location that I actually pulled my machines out because I was so mad at those people. I really wanted a buffet, and I got that buffet. And those people, I think I told you about it already, Howard, right?
Yep.
Did I tell you? Yeah, I
Yeah.
told you. It'd take too long to explain, and it's not worth talking about it on the stream.
When we first got it, we've only lost one account, and it was before it even got started, and it was a bulk vending a drink account for a hotel that was near us, and we went and saw the guy. He was super excited. He was all excited about her doing the thing. And we had Pepsi come and put the machine in because the machine didn't cost us any money. Pepsi gave it to us. And we went and loaded it. And I went to go see the guy, and the machine was off. And I'm like, what's wrong with the machine or whatever? And he was like, I don't know. And I'm like, okay. So I plugged it back in. It came on. And then I went back the next day to check it again just to see. And it was off again. And I asked him, I said, did you turn off electricity? And he said, no. He goes, it's your machine. It's not my responsibility. And I'm like, whoa, okay. So he's obviously upset. So I called the Pepsi people and I said, can you come take a look at the machine? Maybe there's something wrong with it because I knew they were coming into town anyways. And so he's like, yeah, no problem. So come to find out, the way they did it is they put the machine together and then they put it's like a power fluctuator or something. And then they put another power fluctuator. They put like two things in a row that made it basically cancel itself out when you plugged it in, when they did it when they serviced it or whatever. I don't know what they did, but it wasn't the hotel's fault or anything. But we went back the next day after he fixed it, and there was a sign on it and said out of service on the sign. And so we went into the office and the guy's like, I don't want your machine here anymore. And we're like, why? And he goes, I don't want to deal with you and the machine, and you can just come pick it up. And so we never even we put sodas in it and it never even vended once, and we had to come pick it up. That's the only experience I think he was really mean in front of her and stuff too, and he wasn't nice.
Wow.
But she got a good lesson out of it, I guess. But because he was so nice to her in the beginning, but
they're like, oh yes, of course.
but not after that. So, anyways, okay. Back.
That sounds similar to my story when I had the golden eggs with the key and all that stuff. But we're not going to go into that.
Okay.
All right, so we got some more questions in here. Let's see what questions we have.
Wow, we got 31 people watching the stream right now.
31 viewers and not enough likes, guys. Make sure you give us some thumbs up on this video.
Smash
that like button, right?
Maybe we just maybe we just stay on your channel tonight, Matt. And
then so next time we rotate it around.
And then we'll just go to somebody else's channel next time. But
that's probably going to be our best thing, because honestly, I hate to interrupt a good stream as it's happening.
Yeah,
and have everybody. So maybe that's for the best.
I just looked at the time and I was like, why switch? This is great.
Well, it's because it's so much fun too. It would be so negative if we just turned off.
It would be putting the brakes on it. Yeah. We'll just rotate.
Okay.
So next time we'll when we do a live stream, we'll go to Xtreme's channel, we'll go to Howard's channel. We're just going to rotate around. Anybody else that might want to participate too. Quick play. Just saying.
Play.
Yeah.
We'd love to pick your brain, you guys, both of you. It'd be fun to talk to you.
But
both.
quick play. We really do appreciate you joining us here in the comments. We really do appreciate that.
Yeah. With the crying face.
He'll probably put Cody's face up there, but then it'll be him talking. You know what I
mean? Right. Too funny. All right. William Carmichael posted something here. Let's see what this is, because this sounds awesome. So he says one of his candy machines, he has it at a gym, a candy machine at the gym. Sounds sacrilege, right? It brings in $100 a month in quarters selling energy jelly beans. Who knew that was a thing, right? Energy jelly beans. Today's collection was $107.75. So candy machines are a good start. I want to know more about these energy jelly beans. I could probably use some of those some days.
We need a link in the stream for that or on your Discord.
Yeah, William, share the link to your source for these energy jelly beans. We all want to know more.
We could sell those anywhere. They don't have to be at the gym. I mean,
so you're talking about like just those little triple heads or something like that with just energy jelly beans?
It sounds like it.
Wow, and $100 a month?
$100 a month
on a candy
for
machine.
A candy machine. That is usually unheard of.
We do.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I'm not much of a candy head person, but if I'm making $100 off like jelly beans, I'm gonna do it. A single head. Well, he's got a single head. Well, I'm gonna do a triple head. I'm gonna do. So, that's pretty cool.
So I love this comment right here from JP Maximus. He says, just put regular jelly beans in there with an energy sticker. They won't know the difference.
Wow.
Love it.
Whatever's cheaper, right?
I got nerd gumballs.
That's so messed up.
I have to tell you a good story, you guys. Before we go on to the we never thought candy did well at gym too, but we got those Pokemon cards at we bought them at like a little it was like a sale on a Sunday at a church, like on our way out of town, and we bought like 20 packs of these cards for $2 a piece. So we thought we were getting a great deal, and so then I took all the hologram cards out, thinking that we could take them to the card shop, and they would give us some money to buy more cards. That's kind of what we thought we would kind of do with them, you know. And he goes, "These are fake, you know. These aren't real cards." And so
I actually have some of those right here.
So I came home. Yeah, I came home and I told Amelia, and she's like, "We're not putting those in the machine."
Right.
So
So I bought these on the streets of New York City, and I keep thinking maybe someday I'll do like a video opening them because they're obviously they're terribly fake, and I don't know, maybe if I don't know is PA Pokemon Pool still on? Maybe he'd like to open some of these on his channel. I don't know, but yeah, I thought I bought them because they were $1 a pack, but they are very very fake and funny.
Yeah, we had
They're
no
funny to look
idea.
at.
But this one right here, like she's the honest one. She won't. Yeah, none of us will do. We don't do that. I mean, we wouldn't want to sell somebody something fake.
Good for
Of course
you,
not.
man.
Of course not.
But you know, it was cool for me when the first thing out of her mouth was, "We're not selling those."
Aw.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job, Amelia. Good job.
Yeah.
Another funny story. So I actually, in filming videos this past week, and you'll see this in an upcoming video on the channel, when doing the money pull from the barbershop location, I actually found a Pokemon card right here, this one,
Oh,
inside
yes.
the dollar bill acceptor. Right? This was inside the
Oh,
dollar bill
wow.
acceptor of the barbershop vending machine. I have no idea how a kid got it in there because you would think it would reject something like that. I wonder if it actually vended something from this, or I don't know, or if they did it with it along with a dollar or something. I don't know, but it was in the dollar bill acceptor. No lie, no clickbait, nothing like that. You'll see it actually happen as I pull it in an upcoming video in a couple
That's
weeks.
really cool.
So hilarious.
You got the fancy software. Maybe it can tell you if you're one short of something.
Did you try to redo it? Like, did you try to stick it back in and see if it would vend?
No, but now I'll probably have to do a follow-up video trying that, right?
Yeah.
Now that's a card trick, Quick Play says.
For sure. Yeah, I don't know. Quick play. You guys ever think about doing cards, Pokemon cards in your arcade or any of your spots like that? I know the Pokeballs do well. What about cards? Have
Yeah.
you ever thought about trying that? I know they do great for us.
Yeah, we do very well with Pokemon cards. And we've been
In
waiting.
Howard Hospitality, what type of location are yours in?
We have 2 of them. They're in grocery stores. Actually, no, sorry, 3 now. So we have 2 grocery stores and a Mexican restaurant. But the other grocery store, the machine shows up this week. So we have 3 locations, but 2 already have stuff in them.
Yeah.
But
So we don't know how the other.
we don't know how the other
grocery
ones.
stores
Yeah, how it's gonna
doing.
do.
Howard, have you
right.
had a chance to check on your new grocery store location yet?
No, and I can't because my Nyax isn't working, so I can't.
Oh, that's the one that's having problems, huh?
Yeah, we don't.
But the
But I
bill
do
is
know.
still-
I have
the
to
bill
say, I
is
do
still-
know that I went back 2 days later, because I thought maybe I misplugged something. You know, I didn't plug something in right, and there was $33 in there in 2 days.
Wow.
So
Hey,
I think
quick-
it's gonna. Do
Oh,
pretty
sorry.
good.
I was
But
just seeing
this
what
is-
Quick Play said. They're wrapping their
This is awesome. This is an
they're
awesome
taking a-
idea right here.
Yeah, wrapping the snack machine in the Pokemon theme. You know,
So
if you
rather
could
than
like
put snacks in it, put booster packs of Pokemon packs, individual cards, stuff like that. Especially if you got some
Yeah.
high value cards, put it in those like plastic protectors and put them in there and for different prices. Man, that would kill it. That would kill it.
and then
So
put
it's a
like
quick
great
play,
idea.
are you
sound
thinking
system.
about
Every once
putting
in a
that
while
in your
just plays
arcade
the theme
location
of
or
Pokemon.
another type of location?
Yo, Quick Play's idea.
Quick Play smart. Those guys are really smart. That's a good
I
idea
like-
to wrap it though. I never thought
Yeah.
about
Mhm.
that.
I still like the power the jelly bean idea. I want to do that now.
Yeah,
I'm
me
going to
too.
Right?
I'm pretty excited. You know, there's like LA Fitness. I bet you they wouldn't care about a little candy machine and stuff. I'll tell them it's for my nieces.
There you
And I'll
go.
share my
Here's
nieces
another great idea from and I hope I'm saying this right. I'm gonna say Brawlicon. Hope I'm saying that right. Anyway, they recommend going to garage sales or estate sales for Pokemon cards. They've gotten boxes of early 2000 cards for $5, and that contains
$5?
over 100 cards that are all mint.
Oh,
See, that's a great deal. You got to find deals like that, but you got to get
Yeah.
over to those garage sales and estate sales to do so.
That's the only thing with us is like when we kind of talked about it a million times. We want to make sure they're like in mint condition, like new. You know what I mean? Even though they might
Oh
not
yeah,
be a
yeah, for
card
sure.
that's worth something. I want them to be like they just opened it up when they open up it,
Mhm.
you know, in the machine, and that it would be in good condition. So,
For sure.
but
Yeah,
yeah.
you definitely don't want to give them ratty cards or anything like that.
right.
That's all you pay, Quick Play? Oh my gosh, that's
What
awesome.
do
So
you say?
Quick Play got a great deal at their mall. I know most malls don't have the same type of deal that Quick Play has. Most
What is it?
malls want. I can put the comment up here. Let's see.
Oh, Joy.
Yeah.
So there you go. So
Wow.
so Quick Play pays less than 1K per month for their little spot. Now, obviously, they're
Oh,
upgrading. They're going to a bigger spot. But most malls do not work like that. I've looked into my
yeah.
local mall twice, and what they want is they want a cost per square foot. So in my case, it was like $2,200 a month. Plus, they want money for common area maintenance. So that's an extra, I think it was like a $500 to $700 fee per month. Plus,
Wow.
they want
Yeah.
weekly sales reports, and anything after a certain amount, they want a cut of your sales too. So most malls are really greedy when it comes to that. Quick Play got an awesome deal on theirs for sure. If
Yeah.
I could get a deal like that, I'd already have a spot in my mall for sure.
Does your mall
Well,
look like it used to though? Like our malls don't look like they used to. I mean, it's like every other building is empty in our malls.
yeah,
So
most malls are
we
like
actually
that.
we actually have two malls in town. One's really good. One's still thriving. The other one is a dead mall, like you're referring to.
Yeah. And that's our main mall. Like that's 20 miles away from us, but it's really bad. Like there's nothing in there. I mean, it's, you know, they have like Spencer's Gifts but they don't even have a Sears anymore. They don't even have any of that stuff
Well,
anymore. There's
no
none of
mall
the
has a
big-
Sears anymore.
Well, true, I guess. Yeah, I didn't think of that. But I mean, you know, I mean, nothing's taking its spot.
Yeah, my local malls, man, they're dead. Actually, the one that I go to, that I've been trying to get a machine in there, they wanted $1,000 a month just for a small little middle
Just for the
aisle
floor
with-
space.
Yes,
The floor
yeah,
space.
it's like it's 10 by 12 or whatever. It's like 120 square foot or roughly around. But Quick Play got
Yeah.
the whole room for $1,000. So
When I first got into it too, I tried to put the barber cut that's currently in the game store. I tried to put that in just on the floor in the food court of my mall. They wanted $700 a month, plus anything after $1,500 a month, 25% of that too. Crazy.
wow, that is
Crazy.
crazy.
Hence why the barber cut never went into the food court of the mall.
I think you told me you also tried, and I think this was you. You also tried to put a soda machine one time, and they wanted $800 or something. You were telling me this was like a year ago.
No,
we had this
after the barber cut, I never tried to go just to a random machine in the mall. The only thing I did was inquire about a space, and it's the space that I was looking at was it was like 800 square feet. So it was really small, and it was like really it's still empty right now. So they really should have just taken me up on my offer and worked out a deal because it's been sitting empty for like 2 years. Obviously,
Yeah.
the pandemic didn't help them all for that spot either. But I think for like one season, there was like a small like custom clothing retail in there for like the holiday season, and that was it. So I still think it could be profitable, but I just can't swing their ridiculous requirements at this point,
Yeah.
unless they
You
ever
would
change
think
them.
if they're suffering, they would make like a deal to get something going back in there. You know, like that's what I would do if I was a.
Well, they don't
owner.
really have the foot traffic anymore either. I mean, it'd be different if there
Right.
was thousands and thousands of people walking through there anymore. But like our malls, it's not like that. People go in, they go to one store, and they leave. They don't hang around like they used to. Like it wasn't a place to be. You know what I mean?
The
We got another suggestion for locations from William. So it's another great location are blood donation spots for candy machines. I never thought about
Oh.
something like that. I know,
No.
like for here where I'm at, we don't really have technically blood donation spots. We have blood drives that move around from place to place. So I'm not quite sure
Huh.
that's going to work for everyone. But do you all have blood donation spots in your towns?
This is what I was
I would
talking
imagine
about.
getting that blood sugar up afterwards would be
we
something
have
else.
blood drives like they're talking about. They don't do
Yeah.
locations.
Or
Yeah,
maybe
that
even like
would-
plasma donation centers. That might be a good spot for a vending machine for sure.
Yeah, I'm not much for the needles. I hate needles. I'm
Yeah, that's
allergic
what.
to them.
That's why we're just only barely touching on that topic. We're moving on.
He doesn't like blood. He doesn't like
Like, That's what I was talking about. How did this come up, Galaxy? I was like, as long as we don't get questions asked,
Right. I think it was on topic at least though, so we'll keep it.
yeah, it was.
All right,
on
this one
topic,
this one popped up. Says I'm debating getting a spot in my mall or buying a 1,000 square foot building for $70,000 downtown, but scared it would get robbed. I'm not sure what city you're in, but if you can buy a building for $70,000 in a downtown area, that's probably a good price, I would think. I mean, any downtown that I know, 70,000 wouldn't get you a closet. You know what I mean? So, not quite sure what your city's like, but depending on what you want to put in that spot, it might be a good deal. Depending on what's in the area, you never know.
So how do you? I saw in the Discord today. It kind of came in my brain. But do you do a lot of rubber duckies? Because there was people asking about rubber duckies today in the Discord. I don't know if you guys saw that. But our rubber duckies do pretty good. I don't know about your guys's, but we have them in every one of our machines, and I didn't realize it was a thing that people collected as much as they did. There's one location that some girl that we go to that works there, and she that's all she plays our machines to get the ducks. So I don't know, is that something that's popular for you guys to do?
You're talking about the 2-inch ones, right? The nice little, they have different designs. I tried some of those. They did do really well, but my problem is I bought these little tiny rubber duckies. Their eyes pop out, and I bought too many of those, and so I try to get rid of those, and they take forever. And so what I did is, and now I'm really sad I don't have those anymore. Those football helmets that you used to vend, I bought hundreds of those and stuck them on my rubber duckies, and so they became football duckies. And people went crazy for those, but now you can't buy those football helmets anymore. You
can't get them at AA Global anymore? Because I still have a bunch in stock.
You can't go in canyonmachines.com. Everywhere you go, it's sold out. They're gone.
Really?
And I think it's because the NFL cracked down on it and doesn't want to.
Oh, maybe. I still have a big box of them.
You should sell them, buddy. Like on eBay, they go for like $2 a piece.
Maybe because honestly, so I've got the NFL helmet machine at my flea market arcade location that I haven't collected from yet this year. I'm waiting till the end of the year to collect from that because I'm trying to come up with more video ideas, obviously, and something like that might actually be cool because we'll see how a bulk machine in a place like that does over the course of a year rather than collecting from it every month. Now I think I moved that machine there in like the spring, so it won't be a full year, but it'll be a long time.
Mario's going away. Yeah, because I looked it up. You can't get those things. Like if you sell, they're selling them individually for like $2 or $3 a piece just for one little helmet on eBay.
Wow.
And because the reason why I looked this up is I have a ice cream shop that does really well, and they want those football helmets. And my brother was over there, collecting. He's like, "Oh, sure, we'll get those in there." Well, I'm this is my business. I do all the inventory, and I'm looking everywhere for these football helmets. And you can't find them for like less than you can possibly find someone maybe get some used ones for $1 a piece, but I like getting brand new. So
wow, yeah, I still have a whole box. I think they're even in capsules still too.
Wow, you need to sell those for more than.
Now I'm gonna have to go check after the stream. I'm definitely gonna have to go check.
Look, you got something good. Well, and on Amazon you can get one in a glass case, like they have the collection on like a glass case or something, just a frame, cheap glass frame. They want $100 for it on Amazon, just for all 32.
Really?
Yeah,
$100. A little picture frame and put all 32 in there, and it's $100.
Interesting.
Out,
maybe
could be a
maybe we can make some holiday money here, right?
Yeah.
Very cool. I don't know.
Oh, you got a donation.
Keep firing those questions away too. Keep firing those
Look
questions.
At that.
You got a donation.
You got a donation?
Oh,
you got a donation.
I can't see that here. It doesn't show me that. So.
JP Maximus said, "Thanks for all the help answering my questions."
Oh, there it is. Let's put it up on the screen.
That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Delwick,
thanks, JP
Delwick.
Maximus. We appreciate it.
That's why Xtreme
so
Vending
much.
want to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can get stuff. So then Amelia can get money. She said.
Oh yeah, yeah. Make sure if you haven't already done so, go to Howard's channel and subscribe to him, man.
Yeah. How many are you guys up to?
Like 200 and something, I think. That's all.
200 and something. All right. So guys, go out there, subscribe to Howard Hospitality Group. Obviously, they're a newer channel, but they've got some great content. So make sure you go give them a subscribe. Go like all their videos. Go help them out, guys.
Check out the grocery store location. Man, it's awesome.
2 now. We're excited. We can't wait for the second one.
2 now. Yeah, I can't wait to see the results. I hope you get that the Nyax reader working on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And
for
then
sure.
we went to the third one, but the manager wasn't in, so we're gonna go again and ask them. But
So let's talk about grocery store locations for just a minute. Are these like chains or are they like locally mom and pop kind of places?
they're a franchised discount grocery store. So they
Okay.
basically get the stuff that is either going to expire soon or bulk item. It used to be like, I don't know if you guys had them in your area, but they were called canned food outlets back in the day. And you go in there and they have, I don't know if they had stuff like that where you lived, but basically it was like they'd get all the extra canned goods and all the extra stuff that was too much of something they would get. And so now they're franchised and each person owns them individually.
Look, $5.
Nice.
Oh, look,
Okay.
$5 for the
Oh,
kid.
wow. $5
Whoa.
for the kid. $10.
So
Holy cow,
so obviously
$10.
so I will send that $5 to you because that'll end up.
Yeah,
I'll send it over to
sure.
you. Yeah, for
We
sure.
don't believe him.
For sure.
William. My goodness.
Whoa,
Quick play.
guys! All of a sudden they're
Quickly,
starting to
you're
fly
gonna
in,
have to
so-
do a live stream and have your what do you call the donations ready to go.
So let me show you this here. So this one popped up from JP Max's $5 for the
Oh, look
kid.
at
So
that.
Amelia, that's coming your way. We'll send that over to you
Thank
because that will
you.
come to me, but we'll send it over to you for sure.
Oh.
And then thank you JP Maximus for everything so far. And then
Thank
William Carmichael sent $10. Thanks, Galaxy Games, you rock. Appreciate that. Oh, oops, I'm
Aw.
clicking on the wrong one. William, let me get your recognition up here, bro. Sorry about
Wow,
that.
that's really cool.
Here you go. There you go. Thanks, William. We appreciate that. We appreciate
Aw,
it's
that's
viewers like you that help us all keep going. So we really do appreciate it.
Ryan just
All
said
right, look-
thank you to Quick Play, Galaxy Games, Howard, and Xtreme. I really love watching all your videos. Great motivation. Yeah. Glad we
Oh,
can-
thanks, Ryan. That's cool.
Yeah, it means a
Mine
lot.
hasn't popped up for me yet. There it is.
Oh,
That's good to
it's
show you.
because I'm on the live stream. I'm actually on the live stream.
Oh, okay. So there's a little bit of
Yeah.
a delay in my comments.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for the comments. We appreciate that. Make sure you give everybody a thumbs up and a like. Make sure you give us all subscriptions. We really would appreciate that. Thank you all.
I know we always appreciate the growth, man. This community is great.
For
And
sure.
if you're not on the Discord, you guys need to join the Discord. There are so many great vendors on there. Galaxy Games
That's
and I
right.
put that together a year ago from our first live stream. That was really fun. And the Discord's really
Yeah, it
where
turned
you
out
want
really
it.
well, and there's a lot of great people in there. The community is building up. Everyone shares great information, shares lots of sources for inventory, best practices, all kinds of great stuff like that. Definitely join. We all put it in our video descriptions if you're looking for the invite, and I'm sure Xtreme Vending has a quick throw up for it too.
Yeah, I can send the link in the chat too. Even let me do that real fast. Get the,
There we
the
go.
quick. Hey, speaking of which, Galaxy Games. Did you see my website? A domain name that I got.
No. Do you got a new
Did you hear
website?
the story? Yeah, well, yeah. So I've been trying to get a website together, and so I tried all these different domains because I really want a .com. I got extremevending.com, extremev.com. They're all taken or they're for sale for $10,000. Extremetoys.com. Well, it wasn't. Oh, wait, no, there's a kid on. I don't want to talk about it. I forgot. Sorry. I'll tell you about it later.
Maybe not family friendly. Okay.
Yeah, it may not
So,
be family. I just realized.
I guess that's one lucky thing about me having numbers in my name. Because
Hey,
I
I'm gonna
initially when I initially started, I had my name was just Galaxy Games, and there were multiple Galaxy Game channels on YouTube. That's why I added my area code, the 843, and so luckily I was able to register that domain name pretty easily, and no one else had it.
You guys got
I'm
another
messing it for
donation?
you.
Another donation. Here we go. Let's put it up on the screen. Looks like it's from Jerome. $4.99 for Jerome. Starting my vending business because of you guys. Thanks, Jerome. We appreciate
Oh,
that.
that's cool.
Thank you.
Thanks for your
Hey.
support.
People.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool. And Quick Play's asking Discord. You say with some eye emojis or some eye icons there. Yeah, Quick Play, come join the Discord.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. A lot of your fans actually are on there.
Yeah, all your
Definitely
fans.
a
are
lot of Quick Play fans in there for sure.
There are for sure. They even talk about your videos.
We always
all the time.
ask, we always ask how you got started, and everyone was like, "Yeah, we were watching Quick Play's videos."
Yeah.
I
We did
messaged you on
too.
Discord.
I mean,
Galaxy
that
Games
was-
I think we all got started that way for sure.
what the website was.
Hey,
Oh, you got another $5 donation, huh?
that one guy asked earlier, about what to buy, and I really think, because we don't talk a lot on the Discord, but we have those candy machines that we do and the sticker machines, and I think for people, like, that's a super super easy way to get started to see if you even like it.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And just take them out and drop them off somewhere, and then come back and check on them. And it's really easy. And I don't know. We were talking about them because we don't have enough of them, I don't think. And then one of the girls that we actually met at the NVBA when we went there, like, her family's got millions of candy machines. Her dad started it years ago, and, like, she's like, we do really well, with just candy machines, and all along a freeway, up and down the state in Oregon. And she said they're awesome, because we just drive up, pick them up, come back down, and so I don't know. I think those are an inexpensive, because I think what was our candy machines? How much are they? $175 or something for a candy machine, I think is what it was.
Del, can you send the link to the Discord? I've already pasted it once, but I want to make sure people have an invite.
For sure, for sure. And I know, like, with candy machines, and the more you get, obviously, the more money you make. And I've
Right.
also known people that have had candy machine routes that's all they do is literally just strictly gumball machines, like just gumballs. And
Yeah.
with 150 machines making, even $20 to $40 a month, that really adds up quick. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
it can
she
definitely
does-
be very profitable for sure.
Our most expensive, or the one that we make the most money on, is at our feed store, and it does like $20 to $25 a week is what it does. And that's pretty darn good for a candy machine in 1 week. And then the least
Heck
expensive
yeah.
one, I think it makes like, $8 or $10 a week or something is the lowest. So if you had like 20 or 30 of those doing just that, like, if they wanted a cheap way to get started and maybe buy one and then take that money and buy a second one, but you know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe that's an easy way to get started too.
For sure.
You got
Oh,
another
got some more
donation
money.
from
Sure.
Sheldon.
$8. How do you get feedback on what works toy-wise?
Buy and
Oh, we got
pray.
we got one from Sheldon. Sheldon sent $8 asking, how do you get feedback on what works toy wise to buy and play? Maybe, I'm not sure. Do you get comments from your customers? Well, thanks, Sheldon, for the $8 donation. We appreciate that.
That's a great question. That's a good
That's
question.
awesome, Sheldon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Shit.
I get it now. Buy it and pray
I
that
can
it
answer one
does
thing
well.
too.
Yeah, throw it out there, guys.
The Discord, 100%. That's where that's why I don't buy anything without going on there first and finding out what people are buying or what they're paying or where they're getting it or whatever. I don't buy anything for our machines without checking with somebody first or finding out what they didn't like or who they used and didn't use. And so if you're not part of the Discord, that's the first thing that I would do. Jump on there, and there's even one. What do you call those little areas? It's like a little chat area that's just dedicated to buying and selling things on there, and people list all the links, so you don't even have to think about it.
Yeah,
We have
that's a great point
suppliers,
too, because
yeah.
you can see how well something does for somebody else.
Yep.
So they're kind of
Yep.
trying it out for you, and you can see if it's
Right.
doing well for them, it's probably going to do well for you. I know I used to, when I first got into kind of bulk vending machines, I would call AA Global or something like that, and I would talk to their salespeople, and I quickly
Yeah.
realized that their salespeople are all about making sales for them and not helping me make my sales, right?
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
they would recommend products that just when I would get them, they wouldn't sell, and they're only recommending them because they probably need to get them off their shelves. But
Exactly.
ultimately,
They had bulk of it.
exactly. But ultimately, if you join the Discord, we're all going to share what's working for us, what's not working for us, and like I said, best practices for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're going. No one gets a commission for this at all, too. So it's like you're going to get the true, honest opinions of all these vendors. So you're getting what will sell well. And we got people on the Discord, some suppliers that are like Eva's our current main supplier for our plush. I mean, she was just messaging me these little guys. Obviously, you have to do a large order with her, but like she's selling these for about 58 cents a piece before shipping cost. And these things are really cute, and I would charge $1 a play for one of these. So then there's like all sorts of different toys. The watches I was showing earlier, which I really love and whatnot. But yeah, Discord's the best way.
Yeah, so there's the link. Well, it's in the comments. I just put it up on the screen here. Obviously, you'll use an actual dot rather than the word dot in that link. But there you go. There's the link to the Discord. Thanks, Delwick, for sharing that.
Delwick is my bro, man. I grew up with that kid. We've known each other since we're like 6 years old.
That's cool. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know how much I've learned on the Discord that I had no idea, because I learned a lot. We went to the NVBA conference that we were talking about earlier, and I learned everything I needed to know about canning machines. That's where we learned about that. And everything I learned about claw machines was either watching Xtreme's videos or going to his Discord. That was the way that I learned everything. And I bought stuff based on what he said, just because I didn't know. And I seen his videos, and I knew the money he was pulling out of there was real. It wasn't, you can just tell by who he is and, you know, the way that he would talk in his videos. Yeah, what kind of person he is.
I'm so grateful for like your channel, Howard, and also Cosmic Vending. I was getting a lot of people calling me phony baloney, which I'm sure that happens with a lot of people. But it was so nice to have
multiple
a
videos
second
we've
channel,
all
a third channel that would show the similar results and their experiences in true vending. And also to answer your question, bro, I am putting up a website here soon, and that's what I was talking about. I can't really say the name. Well, I got another one called extremeprizes.com, but I will be selling plush here shortly at a really affordable rate, so it can help you guys. But that's going to be about a week or two away, probably still.
Perfect. So Jerome asked about Discord. He said, does Quick Play or Galaxy have Discords? He's already in Xtreme's Discord, and actually, I'm just part of Xtreme's Discord. I'm in that one too, and we've invited Quick Play to join us now too. So hopefully they'll accept that invitation. But rather than muddy up the Discord, the vending Discords, I think it's better just to have one where we're all at, so that way we can all just share in one spot and not have to go to multiple places.
And Galaxy's also, he's the general of the Discord. I mean, he's an admin and stuff like that. So it's like, you know, it might be my server, but really I don't treat it like it's my server. I treat it like it's everyone's server. As long as you're respectful to other members. We've had a couple people just join randomly and be like, making issues.
I mean,
at the booth.
You're gonna have trolls everywhere, right?
Right.
Yeah.
It's a pretty great community, though. I mean, 99.9% of the time, it's great, and there's over 600 members in that Discord, all like-minded people looking to build a business.
For sure. I got a shout out, hello, hey Matt from Matt Carter. I don't know if that's Matt Carter from local or not. If so, let me know. Boardwalk Games, I don't know. Or actually, that's not. No, that's a different guy. So I don't know what I'm saying. Anyway, hello Matt Carter. Welcome to the live stream. What else we got? What other questions we got in here?
Appreciate Quick Play. Quick Play, you're awesome. Your support in the Discord, your knowledge would be just fantastic for us.
Quick Play's joining. And Matt Carter's from Indiana. Thanks, Matt.
And then another question.
We'd love to have you. Sorry, go ahead.
Was, do I get my product from the same supplier you buy your machines from? And that's the no. Rainey, who I love so much, who sells me these great machines, she's not really known to, I mean, she did sell some toys before, but she's not really about selling the toys to us. She's about giving us the machines. The supplier that I use on Discord is what pretty much everyone uses. I mean, there's other people you could probably find and use, but that's Eva.
Yeah, make sure you join the Discord. There's all kinds of great information about who we use, where we find our products, all that good stuff. It's all in there. So definitely join.
I can't read the questions that good.
Quick Play. Everyone's calling you out to join the Discord, so make sure you join.
I think Chris asked this question before and we missed it, and now he went back to it. I forgot. He said, "Do you recommend 50 cents or dollar play on your mini claw machines?" Do you want to go
that's
first?
a great question.
Stream.
Me personally, I've been upping to $1 a play, but I'm also putting the nicer toys in here. But I think Howard has amazing story about the 50-cent machine. If you're looking to do a 50-cent machine, because honestly, if someone's going to put some money in a machine, they're going to be more excited about putting money into a 50-cent machine because they're going to get 2 plays over $1. The $1 is you're going to add up the money faster, but the 50-cent play I think is more exciting. So depending what toys you have, and Howard was talking to me earlier, and I don't want to take this away from you, Howard.
Fine.
You probably
Oh no, it's just that we buy cheaper stuff and then we only charge 50 cents and we get a lot more play because of it. And then what we did was we bought
one order from Flatline. It's called Flatline, right? And then another order from a place in California. What was it called? Rick's Vending, and he gets all his stuff from AA Global. So he buys the nicer stuff from AA Global. So we bought a package from him, which was 51 cents a piece, and then we bought the Flatline stuff, and we just mixed it together and charged 50 cents for it. And we've had the best luck because we did it. I don't know what your guys' ratios are running at, but we're a little more generous with our ratios. But we're doing very well at 50 cents. We haven't upped anything to $1, but we don't have the nice things.
You had that really cool toy though, the one that you were showing
go get
me,
your
the
toy.
LED light. And it goes like, oh yeah, if you could show that.
Amelia got this toy.
I would
We don't
charge
know where to
$1
get
for
them.
that one.
We don't know where to get them, but they're really cool. She's gonna go grab it. She's all excited about it.
Thank you. I appreciate you leaving to grab that. That I really love that toy. So
Here, I'll move over so she can show you.
Yeah. So do you guys have this, whatever this is, in your machines right now?
No, she got this at a dinner like a week and a half ago or a week ago. So you know
Oh, is
the
that one
vending
does it pull out and stuff?
What's up,
Okay, but watch
Xtreme
this.
Vending?
You ready? Watch this.
Jesse.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, so it does that, and it's got LED lights on it.
So if you did those in a dollar machine, man, you would sell those like crazy, I think. But I don't know where you get them.
All right, so I think we're all going to be on the hunt now to find that product, right?
Yeah.
So watch for the Discord. There's going to be a discussion about that particular prize. We'll all be looking for it, and once we find it, we'll share it for sure.
Okay.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, and I want to point out too, Quick Play has a great comment here. They say more winners equal more players, and I think that's absolutely true.
Yep. 100%.
One thing I like to do too, and you may have seen it in some of my videos, especially I really only do it at the game store because it's the only place where I've got people there that can actually assist me with this. But when we have a winner of a prize, a major prize at any of those machines like Stacker or the Barber Cut, we ask them if they'll let us take their picture with their prize.
Yeah.
And then we put that picture in the machine to show that people are winning those prizes and they are real people.
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny too because I've actually in the game store's Facebook group have commented on, they know that person in the picture that won the prize and things like that, so they know it's real. And I actually learned that from vacationing on the Jersey Shore. If you've ever been to the Jersey Shore, like Wildwood or Ocean City, New Jersey, or places like that, Seaside Heights, they're famous for having really, really hard to win arcade or claw machines with like really, really great prizes. Like the last time I was there, I think it was like an Xbox or something like that, were the things that were in the machines. And they would always put the pictures of the winners in the machines because it drove more plays. So that's why I learned that trick. So definitely, if you have a place that can take a picture of somebody that wins a big prize, it probably wouldn't work as well for mini claw machines, but definitely share your winners and try to get as many winners as you can, because more winners equals more players.
Well, the reason that we go ahead, Xtreme.
Go ahead. You go ahead. You go first.
I was going to say the reason that we've kept it the same is that I substitute teach part-time, just kind of for fun. And all the kids know that Amelia has those machines around here, and they always talk to me about them, about the stuff that's inside them and what they like and what they don't like. And like, all they say is like, you're the machines are the only ones we win at. And, we're really happy because we got something, and my little brother got something. And so I do think like Quick Play saying is that they know that if they play it a few more times, they're going to win. And that's when they'll play, they're going to, you'll make your money back. And I think that's, and make a little bit of money too. But I think that's a big deal. So luckily we got some feedback from the players, which is cool. Go ahead.
Also, if you run a YouTube channel like some of us do here, feature those winners on your YouTube channel too. My game store location tells those people, hey, is it cool if we put the picture in the machine? Is it cool if we show it on our social media, on YouTube, things like that? And everybody's like, oh yeah, show my picture off. Yeah, show my winnings. And it just drives more knowledge and more awareness of all those different things.
It's like I think casinos.
I think Galaxy Games just answered my question. I assume that the game store takes the picture, because I was like, man, I've only met one of my. I was really lucky. I walked in and someone won these Pokemon cards, the big Pokemon card pack on me. So I was able to take a picture of them. But I've had other winners on the grand prizes, and I'm like, how does Galaxy Games get those pictures? So
I'm not there at the game store 24/7. The employees there are, like I said, I've become great friends with everybody there. They it's funny. They'll call me when they need quarters. They'll call me when they need like change. So I'll be running up there back and forth, helping them out with stuff like that. And they are
Speaking of
everybody there is so awesome. They'll always
Speaking of
ask
the
winners
quarters,
to take their pictures and stuff for sure.
it's so funny when you get going with the vending. That coin shortage. I'm sure you did it, Galaxy Games. I know Quick Play talked about it, and made a joke about it in one of their videos I was watching. All their accounts never have to worry about coin shortage. That's how it was for me. I would roll up the quarters and bring out quarters like crazy. I mean, what did I go through? $70,000 worth of quarters in 1 year, and so it's funny.
It's actually funny you mentioned that. To this day, I haven't taken quarters to the bank because I've got a couple different locations that want every quarter I can bring them because their bank can't give them quarters. So I haven't taken any quarters to the bank in probably at least a good year because I have, like I said, just a couple locations that want as many quarters as I can bring them. I've got a similar machine to that. Yes.
This is what I use. And it sorts out my quarters. I've gone through over $70,000 in a year with this.
I've got one right here too.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. See?
You got
all similar machines. Yes.
Let's also our gear out.
I can't. Mine doesn't go very far because it's plugged in. But yeah, same thing.
Well, I was actually thinking about doing a live stream of me doing a whole bag of quarters, but
Far away had a question that's pretty good. It looks like.
Is it just a tip? This one? Let's see. Let me share it.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's not it. It was another one.
That's not it.
But
I just saw far away.
Oh, this is also him. What's it say? Oh yeah, it is him. That's it. I'm sorry. That was the one.
That was it. All right, hold on.
Sorry.
Let me bring it back up.
Okay.
All right, so far away says, just a tip, you can average down price of total items purchased and give a better insight on how much it costs per. You can do higher end items and bring price down with less costing. Yeah, that makes total sense, right? For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yep. What's that machine beside me? I got asked a question.
Yeah, somebody did ask about that machine. One of the questions. What's the name of that machine? Can you share any information about that mini claw back there?
These are the cheaper machines. The return on investment on these things are super fast. Matter of fact, I tried uploading a short for whatever reason. YouTube didn't make it a short, but I have a location that will make $300 a week or within 10 days. And these machines usually cost about $650 from my supplier if you order 4 machines. But the problem is you have to order minimum 4, and the supplier's in my Discord, by the way. So you're looking at about $2,800, but you get 4 of these. There is a United States supplier that just started selling these for a little bit more, and his is krabbyclaw.com. He just barely got his shipment in yesterday, actually. He has 40 of these bad boys, and he actually has an upgraded version. It has better glass protection. It can support an IX reader, and I love that. I don't know if you can see it right here. This change box right here. I hate this change box. It's the biggest weakness of this machine. He has the new model that doesn't have this change box anymore, so you can't get anyone trying to break into it. Get rid of this lock. It's really nice. So the quarters just drop down into here by the bills. So
is it a bigger coin bucket too?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that's the other problem here. I'll show you my.
Those coin buckets are so small on those.
I got a bag right there I'm guessing about $250 worth of quarters. If I were to dump this in here, this thing would be full, and I would still have $100 worth of quarters left. This thing can only hold like $150. So the newer machines are like so much better because the coin box doesn't get full. There's no coin box. It just drops down into a bucket down below, and it's just so much better. But I'm not turning down these old models, but I love them because they make their money back. But definitely the newer models are better.
So Brawlicon asked about quarter machines. Are they good investments for your arcade? And I'm probably not the best person to answer this question. Honestly, Quick Play is probably the best person to answer this question. And I'm guessing when you say quarter machine, I'm guessing you're meaning the change machine.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it means. Yeah.
Obviously, yes. It's definitely a great investment. I haven't been keeping mine as stocked up lately because that location is, like I said, the quality has really been degraded lately. I don't know what's been happening. Like this summer, it's like people just aren't going there. So I haven't been filling it up as much. I've only been kind of refilling it with the quarters I collect from that location. So that's been not as, the turnover isn't as fast now. But yeah, obviously places like I know Quick Plays Arcade. If you watch their arcade collection videos, they get so many quarters in those
Those
machines
videos.
because people
Yeah.
love plucking quarters in machines, right? It's so much more nostalgic than
Yeah.
putting a dollar bill into a DBA, right? So
Yeah.
if you
I think
have
that's
a
why coin pushers
location,
do so well.
yeah, especially if you have a location that has a coin pusher, you have
Yeah.
to have a change machine there. It's a must. It's a must. So I hope that answers your question.
How much are those change machines average?
So
I never bought one.
I can't say that because I've never bought one new.
Oh,
If you follow me on my channel, I do a lot of buying my machines from auctions, and there's actually one this coming
yeah.
weekend. So change machines at the auctions, depending on what kind you go with, they can go anywhere from like $50 for like the smaller, older kind of style ones, to probably like $500 or $600 for the newer, bigger, more higher capacity ones. Now, obviously, buying something like that brand new, you're probably looking at a couple $1,000s, especially
Yeah.
like those really nice American changers. Those are the really popular ones. So probably brand new, you're probably looking like it's a couple $1,000s, but on a secondhand used market or like at an auction, you could probably walk away between $250 to $600 for something like that
That's pretty
for the
good.
really big ones.
You do a great job with those auctions, though, doing those live or the walkthroughs and all that stuff before the auction. That's really cool.
Yeah, see,
They're so much fun. They're so much fun, and I really
Yeah.
love, even like I haven't bought anything at the auction lately because the prices have just been, like I'm used to paying a certain price for things, and I'm probably a little old school when it comes to that, and I'm probably not really with the times today.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I had like a location that was ready to go and I knew that they needed a particular machine, I'd probably overpay for that machine then in that case. But because
Right.
I'm, currently in my situation, I don't have as much time to go out and find new locations right now. So therefore it's been more challenging for me to overpay for machines because I don't really need machines right now.
Right.
But if things go well, like I usually look for the deals at the auctions right now, and that's kind of what I'm going to be doing this weekend. And maybe who knows, maybe I'll find a whole bunch of machines that I can help and bring back into our community, even if there's shipping involved or something like that, because I'm on the East Coast.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those auctions are so much fun, and what I really love about doing those videos is it kind of gives like a gauge with how much things are worth on the secondhand market out there
Yeah,
for anyone
it's
that's
true.
kind of wondering,
True.
how much should I be paying for these machines? Am I overpaying? And ultimately there's a lot of different factors that go into that, like location, what the condition is, and really ultimately, like I was just saying, somebody's going to overpay for something if they have a place for it already ready to go.
Right.
So,
Right.
but I
They're
really like
looking
it
for,
for
like,
the
that's
value.
kind of like we have there's a Round Table Pizza here locally that told us during COVID they shut down and they already had an existing contract with the arcade people from years and years and years. And we went in and saw them, and Amelia talked to him, and he said, "Come back in November because now that we're back open, they didn't make any money while we were closed, and we feel bad. So we want to let him make some money back and come back." But they've got two big giant claw machines in there and a Cruising USA and all the
I
stuff
love
that we
Cruising
don't.
USA.
Oh my god, I love that game too. My wife's favorite arcade game of all time. She loves Cruising USA. But
I played that game like crazy, man.
oh yeah, it's cool. So we don't have any of those things, so we'd have to get something to replace those things and have no idea where we would
Yeah.
get it. Yeah. Anyway,
So
off
I want to
topic.
take this question real quick because this always comes up when I post the videos. Everybody wants to know, am I part of the auctions? Am I like employed by the auction company or anything like that? And absolutely not. I am not affiliated with the company in any direction or any way. The ones that I go to are consignment sales. So what that means is the auction company, is not selling any of the machines. Everything that's being sold at those auctions is being brought in by other people just like me that are attending the auction. So when I go to I think I did a video where I bought a coin pusher off Facebook Marketplace, and it was one that was kind of crazily painted. It was red with stars and blue stripes and stuff all over. It looked really funny. So I brought it back to my place and I fixed it up, I cleaned it up, I made it work, and I made everything good to go. And then I took it to the auction and sold it for more money. And that's how it works. You take your stuff there, then they take all the information, they line everything up, they auction off, and at the end, when it's time to check out, you either get paid or you pay for if you bought stuff, depending on how it works out. So that's how it works. They don't actually sell anything. But the only downfall to that is, number one, they never know what's going to be there, right? Because people show up that morning with stuff to sell. So they can never make a list or a website of what's going to be available for sale. And then they can't, at the same time, because they can't do that, they can't do online auctions, because the question here is about doing on, shipping out of state, things like that. Everything from the auction has to be removed by the end of that day. So you have to have it out. You have to take it with you. You can't leave it behind. You can't pay a fee or anything like that, because they rent all those facilities too. So there wouldn't be a way to set up shipping or anything like that. Now, if I were to, buy stuff and bring it back and then, make it available to the group, then yes, we could work out some sort of shipping deal in that case. But big picture, I'm not a part of the auction. I'm just covering it. That's all I'm doing. So I wanted to answer that question.
Yeah, somebody said there's some shady stuff going on with maybe you can answer that one too.
Which question is that here? Oh, here it is. Okay. So let me pull it up here. So let me read the question. There's been some shady stuff lately, sellers buying back their own stuff. Okay, yeah, so let's talk about that. So one thing you can do at these auctions is you can bid on your own items and therefore bid up the price. The reason why they allow it is, so for example, there's a lot of machines that are worth a lot of money. And
I see. So
for example, a couple auctions ago, there was a, what was the game? It was, I can't think of the game now. It's like the name of it is escaping me. It's you serve the beers, and you got to get the glass back to them. Tapper. It was Tapper.
Oh, Tapper, yeah.
So Tapper. It was a fully restored Tapper, really beautiful machine, probably worth about $4,000, right? So the seller brought it to sell. He obviously wanted to get his investment back out of that machine. So while I understand that people are looking for deals and they're looking for the best price they can get, at the same time, if he doesn't know that he can get what he wants out of that machine, he's not even going to bring it next time or any other time, right? So it's kind of a give and take in this situation when people do buy back their own machines, so to speak. What that means is basically they're bidding on their own machines and buying them back because they're not getting the price that they want. Because if I'm going to be taking machines there and losing money, the next time I'm just not bringing machines, right?
Yeah.
And so that kind of keeps the auctions alive, even though I can see how people would see it's a shady practice. But if the auction company wouldn't allow that, they would probably be out of business, quite honestly.
So if they end up selling the machine and buying it back, then they pay that seller or the buying fee.
Well, they are the seller. So basically, in those cases, there's a $15 fee to list each piece or each item in the auction.
Okay.
So when push comes to shove, if they don't get the price they're looking for and they buy that machine back, so to speak, they pay their $15 fee and the other two cancel each other out.
Okay.
That's how that works.
I see. Okay. Makes
But
sense.
some people do think it's shady, and I certainly understand how that could be seen like that. But in the big picture, it's kind of like a necessary evil.
It's like having a reserve that costs you money.
Pretty much. Yeah, because there's no way to put reserves on these machines.
Right. So it just keeps you, So you're paying
That was the question that was next is why don't they put a reserve?
They don't allow it, I guess.
Well,
so that's another way.
think of the clerical nightmare that would be, right? So basically, like I said, they don't know what machines are coming in every day. They're just showing up literally 5 minutes before the auction starts. They write down each machine and who's selling them, and that's all they can track. If they were to have to go through each one and put like a reserve amount, then the runners would be all over the place trying to tell the auctioneers what the reserve prices are. It would just be a total nightmare.
Yeah.
So I can certainly understand why they don't do that either.
How many machines are at these auctions, like total, like roughly?
There's never a right answer to that question. If go through some of my videos, there's going to be some where there's like literally like it feels like there's just 100 machines there, and there's going to be some where there's like 500, 600 machines. It all depends on who brings what, and you never know what's going to be ready for sale until the actual start of the auction that day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Watching his auction videos, I've watched quite a few of Galaxy Games auction videos. They're pretty fun.
Yeah, if you all are ever interested in attending one of those auctions, I'm going to give them a plug right here. It's auctiongamesales.com. They put their schedule up on their website too. So again, auctiongamesales.com. They put their schedule on the website. Again, this weekend, Sevierville, Tennessee, 10 a.m. at the Sevierville Convention Center. That's when the next auction is. I think after that it's December 3rd in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So this company works in Tennessee, North Carolina. They have a spot in Ohio and sometimes in Pennsylvania. So for all of you out there that are kind of within a reasonable distance of those areas, definitely want to go check out one of those auctions. Even Claw Kicker went to the last one in Ohio because it's in Toledo, which is not too far from Michigan. So Claw Kicker featured the last one that was in Ohio in his videos too.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I
very
haven't
cool.
checked out Claw Kicker's videos for a bit, but
He took home some good deals for sure.
that's awesome. Yeah.
I just wish I had spots for them all, for sure.
So,
That's the
oh,
problem, right? That's the
Yeah.
problem. But your wallet keeps you on check.
Yeah.
The auction I went to was that one, the captain's wear. But he's so popular now. Trying to get a good deal on that one is so rough. Now there are times where you'll be better off buying new on some of those machines because people bid it up so high. They get in the bid war and they just want to bid each other up.
So funny example of that. So somebody brought one of those arcade one-ups, those little mini arcade machines that
Yeah.
are made out of almost like a heavy
You get a
cardboard.
Walmart.
Right? Yeah, you
Yeah.
get them at Walmart for like $400.
Yeah.
Somebody brought
Yeah.
one of those to an auction one time, and it went for like $400, like retail price. I'm like, mind blowing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
couldn't believe it.
That's what I see at the captains. Like I've gotten some great deals with captain. Actually, kind of a funny story. I bought a coin pusher, a little arcade coin pusher, Price is Right coin pusher, and they had two of them identical. And we bid on one, and we didn't win it, but we bid on the next one. We won the next one for even cheaper. Well, then when they finally came, they gave us a whole bunch of items that we won, and they gave us our coin pusher. And I was enjoying the stuff, messing around. A few weeks later, we get a check in the mail from them, and apparently they sent us the wrong coin pusher, and then had to refund that guy, and they sold our coin pusher, and they gave us a check. So I got a free coin pusher apparently, and I tried
wrong with that.
writing it up. I called them up. I was like, look, you guys, I understand it's a mistake, but that this is not my coin pusher apparently, and I didn't know that you guys had sold my other one, so that you guys should keep the money. And
Where
they're
is it now?
"No." I end up using it and buying more machines with it at their next auction. Because they were so awesome. They're like, it's your money. It was our mistake. And I tried to be honest, and they just were really cool.
Yeah.
When I went to go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say it's kind of funny that you say that you use that to fund other machines. That's another thing that happens at these auctions a lot is people are coming and buying machines strictly to resell, especially this time of year with the holidays coming up. People love to give these machines as gifts, and people are always looking for them for their home game rooms and things like that. So that's kind of the new trend right now. So you'll see a lot of that. If you watch the videos, you'll hear the same bidder number a lot. I think he's the same bidder every time now. I think it's bidder 400. You'll hear that a lot in the videos, and he actually takes like truckloads of machines back with him, and then resells them. So I'm sure he does pretty well because he comes every time.
Yeah, I imagine. I mean, honestly, like arcade machines. I used to have an. Do you remember the old off-road where it had three steering wheels?
Three wheels,
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got that from a guy, and it was in like great shape. And we bought it when we were kids because I loved that game for $600. And oh my gosh, that game is worth so much money now. I wish I still had that arcade game. When we moved, it was so.
Okay. Favorite
Go ahead.
arcade game of all time, since we have a real quick, each of you, one at a time.
Donkey Kong.
Gosh, dang! I love so many arcade games. I was a big fan of 1945, whatever Striker.
1942.
Same thing. 1942, 1945. The arcade version where you could be with your brother and just it was a shoot 'em, a flying shoot 'em up, whatever it's called.
Mine was Gauntlet. You guys remember
Gauntlet. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, Gauntlet's a great one. Oh, Mario thing.
Me and my friends, we'd all Elf needs food badly, and we would sit down there, the four of us, and you play, and you go through the dungeon for hours, and we would just drop so many quarters in that game. Oh my god,
That's true. I remember doing that one too. I didn't think of it, but I really liked. I would play 1942 and 1945 all the time.
that was a good one too.
It's funny you bring up
Right.
arcade games like that, though, because that's actually what got me started in vending. Because I've been doing arcade machines for years, buying, fixing, restoring, selling, all
So
that.
that's a good question. Is there money in it still?
There is. but you have to find a good deal initially. That's why I like to buy machines that are broken, that look terrible, and I like to make them look brand new and make them work again. So I'm actually working on a Donkey Kong Jr. right now, and if you go back to my channel, I've got some videos where I actually fix games, restore games. I've kind of tried to stay kind of away from that because the channel obviously went more of a vending machine direction. But that's something I do every now and then. I throw those videos in there every now and then. I love you guys.
I think it was you, wasn't it, Xtreme, where you had a couple arcade games or something. You just said they weren't making any money. You just let them do free play or something, right?
Oh, I see what you mean.
No, I still charge them, but it's only like 50 cents a play, and people do play it, but the arcade games don't make as much. To me, it's about the claw machines. They make so much more money.
Yeah.
They make like $300 a month, and the arcade machine will make that maybe in 6 months. So
when you ask,
I'm telling.
So when you ask, is there still money in arcade games? Okay, so out on location, not really, not as much. Especially in a place like where I live, where you have to put that $250 tag on it. Definitely not, because again, Donkey Kong at 25 cents per play, you need 1,000 plays to break even, and that's just. I mean, being real, kids today, they got their Xbox, they got their PlayStations at home. They don't want to play those 16-bit graphics, whatever it is. They think it's boring, right? Us, we still think it's cool because that's what we played growing up. And like I said, Donkey Kong is still my favorite game. I've got one right outside my door here that I go and play all the time.
So if you did do an arcade, I think it was ET Vending. I saw they did an arcade for the month of October, but it was all claw machines, from what I could see.
That's what I would do. Just like so let's take Quick Play for an example. They're arcade in their mall. You might see, I think they have one actual arcade, maybe it's a driving game or something like that, or a multicade or something in there, and it's on free play because they just they don't really make the quarters like they did in the 80s or 90s, but if you really want to be successful, if you want to open an arcade kind of like that, you need to have claw machines and prize machines and things like that.
Right.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a fun one. I love that one.
Yeah, Cowabunga.
I know, right? Cowabunga. Oh, I love the second one.
And then you got the shell shock and the sound you would hit when you would die.
My toe. If you stepped on something. We got that when that finally came out on the Super Nintendo.
Ooh, some Delwicks at NBA Jam. That was a good one too. Yeah,
Delwick and I used to play NBA Jam.
He's heating up. He's on fire.
That was it. I was just going to say, he's on fire. Yeah. And there was another saying in that too, though. It was, sorry, there's another one that they
boom shakalaka.
That was it. Yeah, that was.
I played a lot of NBA Jam back in the day.
Hey,
I remember entering all those codes too to get all the different players with the big heads or things like that.
Afterburner's a good one too. Oh my gosh, I love Afterburner. My parents just messaged me. They're on their way here to come visit, so I probably should end the stream here in 5 minutes.
We can start wrapping up. Sheldon asked if I got a high score save kit on my Donkey Kong. Of course I do. My high score is 390,400.
Woo!
So
I'm nowhere near as good as some of the real professionals out there, but 390,400 is pretty good in my opinion.
It is pretty good.
I just want to remind everyone, I think this is a fun opportunity. I don't know if, will we have a stream next week, you think? Just because of, that's them. It's Wednesday, so it's not quite Thanksgiving. I don't know if people will want to do it Thanksgiving Eve.
I'm still game.
I think that everyone will want to hang out with us on Wednesday nights. Why not?
Okay, so right? I'm down for it too, for next Wednesday. I just wanted to make sure.
Are you down?
Yeah, I'm down.
You're the boss, so are you down?
CEO right there, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I get my wife. Good job tonight. Thank you for all your contributions.
I asked if my wife wanted to say hi, but she just fell over dead. So, she does that to me. She just go, and she dies.
That would be one of these shows we'll have to bring the spouses on, or basically anyone that supports part of the process for sure. That'd be cool because I know like Mrs. Galaxy Games 843, she joins me a lot on the vending route.
Yeah, I see her on your videos.
Yeah, she keeps me organized. She's the CEO. She's the boss, right? So I would love to bring her on too and kind of get her take on some of the things that we talk about. I know I had her in a video. I I think it was in December, like Christmas time last year. But it would be cool to bring like some of the other support people in, that help us out to get their take on some of the things too. Maybe some of the other people out there would like to learn about that kind of stuff too.
Cool. Well, thanks, guys. This was awesome.
Yeah, definitely a good time. Definitely fun hanging out. Thank you all for all the comments. Thanks for all the likes, all the thumbs up. We really do appreciate that. Thanks for subscribing to everyone's channels. Thanks for the donations. You guys certainly don't have to do that, but we certainly do appreciate that.
Yeah.
We really appreciate that. Thank you so much, guys.
Cool.
Yeah,
That was really wonderful.
So we're gonna do this more often for sure. Hopefully you all out there enjoyed this. Hopefully you want to come back next time and hang out with us more and bring us more comments and chats and good stuff like that.
Cool.
With that said, we're about to start wrapping things up. So Xtreme, Howard, you guys have anything else you want to add?
No, please subscribe. Please like our stuff, like our
Especially
videos.
Howard. Subscribe to Howard.
We need
Yeah,
to
go show that channel.
Howard.
Amelia deserves those subscribers, right?
Yeah, she needs them really bad.
Definitely. Don't forget, she's got $5 heading her way.
That's
And
right.
then
Yeah,
also
I'll make sure that happens for sure.
Discord. Guys, if you haven't already done so, join the Discord. I saw that several people have joined the Discord since we started this live stream, so I'm grateful
that's
for
pretty
that.
cool.
Join the Discord. It'd be awesome to have you all there. So
Yep, we're all in there all the
Like
time.
video.
Tag us if
Bye.
you have questions or need help with anything, whatever we can do to help.
Cool.
cool.
Say bye.
Well, I
All right.
appreciate you guys.
Well, with that said, I think it's time to wrap it up, guys. Again, thanks so much, everyone, for joining. Thanks to Xtreme Vending. Thanks to Howard Hospitality Group.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Thank you, Gary.
your interactions tonight. You guys are awesome. And we're going to do this more often, guys. So thanks again. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you too. Thank you guys. Have a good
All
one.
right. So with that said, guys, it's time to wrap this video up. So once again, this is Matt with Galaxy Games 843, Xtreme Vending, Howard Hospitality Group. We'll see you next time.
Bye bye. Peace. This is great. I had fun.